It was the raciest of Miatas. It was the most comfortable of Miatas. This past summer gave Automobiles Detroit Bureau a chance to drive two of the latest variants of the ND Mazda MX-5 Miata, the Cup Spec Racer and the RF, with its power retractable targa-style top. They are the most disparate versions of the sports car. One is built for the track, while the other is the most luxurious version. Neither car threatens the Miata's status as one of our all-time favorite cars. In all its forms, the MX-5 is probably the most pure expression of a modern sports car you can buy today. With that, full disclosure is necessary. Between my wife and I, we've owned 3 Miatas. Currently we have a 2008 model with the power retractable hardtop, sport package and 6-speed manual. The raciest former road test editor Eric Weiner and I each got a few laps in the Miata Cup car at the tight second and third gear M1 Concours in Pontiac, Michigan. I'm happy my first time driving a fully prepped and kitted out race car was with the MX-5 Cup, Weiner said, although I wasn't in the ideal position because the seat is bolted down and I needed to be a little closer to the pedals. Short guy issues. It was overall a very approachable cabin given how serious it is. Love the center digital gauge readout, as well as the green and red shift indicator lights. The netting, the roll bar, the naked cabin. This is probably the coolest Miata I'll ever drive. I found the Cup Racer remarkably similar to the road-showing Miata. Even crawling in through the roll cage was relatively stress-free, and there's something liberating about sticking your helmeted head under the roll cage of an open race car. The MX-5 Cup was right at home at the M1 Concours, Weiner says. It's satisfying to carry high speed through the twistier sections where other cars might have to brake. Once the tires get some heat in them, there's none of the tail-happy personality of the street car, just massive grip and the same beautifully responsive steering. The Miata Cup car comes with more than 250 motorsport-specific parts, including its springs and adjustable dampers. Earlier this year, Mazda added a Cup-specific gearbox to address complaints about the production 6-speed's reliability while racing. Specific engine brackets, differential bushing inserts, a fuel pump out kit, and updates to the engine control unit software and hardware. The upgrades raised the price of the Cup car by about $5,000. Although I got just 3 hot laps in the MX-5 Cup, I felt at home in the race car from the warm-up lap, though I'm not sure either of us became so familiar that we could experiment with the Miata's ability to rotate through tight turns. A bit more confidence with the track, not the car, might have had either of us steering with the loud pedal through some of the tighter corners. In fact, I didn't think to turn off the traction/stability control. Eric did, something I usually do before I shift a Miata road car into first gear. Overall, the Cup felt to me pretty much like most any other street Miata, but with much more tire. This comparison includes my own NC, though not my old, seriously harsh 94R package. The Cup yaws in 2 turns to transmit the very nature of the corner to the driver through his/her backside, takes a set, and stiffens up to get out of the apex efficiently. Steering is so organic and quick that you won't think about how effortless inputs are on the track. Weiner also praises the Miata's pedal box, perfectly placed for heel and towing, though if he had had as much time as me in the street versions, he wouldn't even think to mention this. Most of the time you can cruise in third gear, with the exception of the hairpin and maybe turn one onto the big front straight second gear. Weiner